It's O'Nelly, Classic Park coming through in the centre. Classic Park takes it up now from O'Nelly, Ryafan, Strawberry Road, Cache Ross and Seavey, but it's Classic Park and Stephen Crane out in front of the 1,000 guineas. Strawberry Road running on strongly on the outside, but Classic Park wins it, a 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien.
Like, the fillies have been working together and working great. They've been working together and working great there for the last 2 months, and like, I spoke to Seamus last night and I knew like she had a great chance as well, you know.
A great 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien in the big race, and a Jim Bulger trained horse came in third. Those were the first 3 home, and all 10 ran. Tomorrow it's the 2,000 guineas. While cycling next, and it was the penultimate day of the FBD Milk Ross, today's 8th stage took the riders 94 miles from Tramore to Carlow. Michael Smith of the Antrim team won the stage.
On the trip round the side of Mount Leinster, there was plenty of action today, and it looked at one stage as if there was going to be a new race leader. But as the riders came through Loughlin Bridge, Tommy Evans, Michael Smith, Kevin Dawson and Brian Smith were in a 4-man breakaway group. And at the finish, it was 22-year-old Smith riding for the Antrim team who led home ahead of last year's winner Tommy Evans. Kevin Dawson was third and Brian Smith fourth. But what was happening behind was crucial, and 1 minute and 47 seconds later, points leader Micheál Fitzgerald led in a group including the main contenders, particularly the yellow jersey of Andrew Roach and his main rival Gethin Butler. Roach and Butler both rode very strongly on the trip around Mount Leinster to stay in contention. So with tomorrow morning's 11-mile time trial and the criterium around Swords in the afternoon, it's all very tight. Roach leads by 14 seconds from Gethin Butler, with Kevin Dawson third and Kieran Power fourth at 34 seconds.
In golf, Suzanne Flanagan of Milltown is the Lancome Irish Women's Golf Champion. In this afternoon's final at Enniscrone, she beat Eileen Rose Power 4 and 3. And in the second round of the Volvo PGA Championship at Wentworth, Ian Woosnam leads the way at 9 under par, 2 shots ahead of Nick Faldo and David Guilford. After yesterday's great performance, Darren Clark battled back from a disastrous start today and is best of the Irish at 4 under, 1 shot ahead of Eamon Darcy. Philip Walton is at 3 under. Next to rugby, and the Lions kicked off their first tour of South Africa in 17 years today with a 39 points to 11 victory over Eastern Province. The Lions also turned in an impressive second half display, fighting back from 11-10 down, with debutee Will Greenwood going over for his first try in the 79th minute. In motorsport, Jacques Villeneuve is on pole for tomorrow's Spanish Formula One Grand Prix ahead of his Williams teammate Heinz Harald Frentzen. The championship leader Michael Schumacher qualified 7th fastest. The Jordans of Giancarlo Fisichella and Ralf Schumacher were 8th and 9th. Eddie Irvine finished 11th in the Ferrari, while Damon Hill had another bad day at the office, finishing 20th out of the 22 entrants. Well, finally, soccer, and the Scottish Minnows Kilmarnock will be playing in Europe next season. Today they beat Falkirk 1-0 in the Scottish Cup final. And one other bit of soccer news, Graham Souness and Laurie McMenemy have resigned from Southampton. Souness said he couldn't take the club forward in the way he wanted. And that's the sports news, Anne.
Thanks, Gareth. Finally, our This Week radio programme at 1 tomorrow. The Labour leader Dick Spring on the party's fall and their rise again in the opinion polls. And that's the news for the moment. Good evening.
Hello and good evening to you. Well, after a rather dull and wet start, the week is ending in a fine and sunny note, and in fact the fine, settled and dry weather will continue into the coming week as well. Now, if we cast our minds back to the month so far, it's been pretty wet overall. In fact, well above normal rainfall in most parts of the country, over twice the normal amounts over the northeastern quarter of the country. Sunshine over the past week has been below average as well, in fact down as low as 40% of normal over parts of the Midlands. Now, tomorrow's weather chart shows a large anticyclone well established over Ireland, keeping things fine, settled and dry. However, this weak warm front to the northwest will be gradually skirting along its northern flanks. It will be pushing into Scandinavia during Monday, but at that stage its trailing cold front might be enough to produce some cloud or even a few spots of drizzle to those places. After a sunny end to the day now, it will be dry, calm and clear for tonight, but as the night goes on under clear skies it will get fairly chilly. In fact, we could well see a widespread slight ground frost developing, with temperatures down close to 0 over many places. In fact, fairly localised sharp ground frost in a few pockets. That'll clear fairly quickly tomorrow morning, so tomorrow itself will be fine, sunny and dry once again. Just variable amounts of cloud bubbling up over Midland areas and particularly the north of the country later in the day. Onshore breezes from the Irish Sea and the south coast will keep temperatures fairly low along that east coast, no higher than about 12 or 13 in those areas, but feeling warm and pleasant farther inland, temperatures up to 18 or 19 Celsius. The sunburn index is high during prolonged exposure though. Tomorrow night will be dry and calm for the most part. Just an increased cloud there, bringing a bigger chance of perhaps a few spots of drizzle to the far northeast by Monday morning. And then Monday itself, fine, sunny and dry once again, and it'll even be warmer, the temperatures almost hitting the 20 mark in many South Midland places. That's the way the weather looks then. Enjoy it.
There now follows a party political broadcast on behalf of Fianna Fáil.
When any of us is looking for a job, we're expected to provide a CV that proves we can do the job, that we have got the right qualifications. On June the 6th, we will be deciding who will get the job of running this country for the next 5 years, to the year 2002. So we should check that none of the applicants is claiming credit for work already done by others. We shouldn't pick anyone who has consistently said one thing and then done another. Or a candidate who appears to have one standard for himself and a different one for others. Or indeed anyone who is paid to work for all of us when clearly they have only half of us in mind. And we should seriously question a government that says yes to every demand and spends its way out of every difficult decision because, for the time being, the money is there. There is an alternative, an inclusive political party representative of people across the entire population of Ireland. A party that set the foundation for today's economic growth and employment, turned Ireland's economy around in 1987 and put it back in the black. A party that restored order to the public finances and created a national consensus based on social partnership for the first time. A party that reversed serious decline in our urban areas with imaginative renewal policies, that created the successful International Financial Services Centre where there was none before and when no one believed it could be done. A party that delivered on arts and heritage projects throughout the country, most notably Temple Bar. Restored confidence in the agri-sector. Brought the tourists back, in numbers. And negotiated £8 billion of European funding in 1994. The list goes on. Fianna Fáil understands why many people are worried that Labour and Democratic left are seriously overspending with no one around to restrain them. People are angry that parts of our society are being bypassed entirely by the current economic boom. And they do not understand how a government can congratulate itself when our unemployment levels are one of the highest in Europe. Our economy is strong today because of the foundations created in 1988. But it would be foolish to believe that from now to the year 2002 there will be no setbacks. And if there are, then there is only one choice in government that has proved its ability to manage the difficult times successfully. Fianna Fáil, qualified to govern, qualified to manage, in all circumstances.
That was a party political broadcast on behalf of Fianna Fáil.
Nanny Needles was having such fun with new X's and O's from Jacobs.
Look, Seymour, I've won. I'll celebrate by eating them all.
I don't think so.
A healthy lifestyle means regular exercise with a Mars bar as part of your daily diet. And while you're enjoying the great taste of Mars, collect the special Get Active, Get Alive wrappers for a free Mars sports bag. Then for hundreds of great sports ideas, keep fit exercises, vouchers and easy-to-do activities, read Get Active, Get Alive, a free information pack from the Irish Sports Council in association with Mars. So come on, get active, get alive. Ring 1-850 52 52 52 now.
I'm reading the cards. 3 hearts in a row's a flash, isn't it?
Yes.
But when it's served with creamy Philadelphia smothered on hot toast, it's called a hot flush.
New Formula Organics. Experience a luxurious new softness that shines through.
Ha, ha, ha. The Murphy's cat laughs. It will be seriously funny.
This wee laddie's got some growing to do, but I know he'll end up tall and true, because he's getting all the goodness of the pure whole wheat that goes into his favourite breakfast, shredded wheat. So he'll end up like his granddad, solid on his feet.
Shredded wheat is made only from 100% pure whole wheat, simply shredded and baked till it's crisp, golden,
and just the way we like it.
Shredded wheat in bite size. There's only wheat in shredded wheat.
Thank goodness Visa's the card accepted for more transactions worldwide. You can even use it to improve your hearing. Visa, making life easier.
Tomorrow at Power City is Scrappage Sunday, where you have the chance to replace that clapped-out TV, video or washing machine, and we'll give you up to £100 trade-in allowance. So get down to Power City tomorrow and drive home with the deal of a lifetime.
Bulmer's original cider, all in its own good time.
Our welcome, Mr. President, is universal and heartfelt.
You see, that gentleman up there said, nationalise the banks, that will give you untold wealth. And in fact, the figure is 25 million, the combined profits.
Now, the biggest breakthrough in television technology. Mitsubishi Home Cinema. The bigger, the better.
A feast of music and animated conversation now on RTÉ One with Kenny Live.
Tension mounts. You've made your choice. They're off. The race is on. Neck and neck. Your heart is racing.
You can rely on our network quality to keep your calls on the air. However, in the unlikely event your call does drop, we'll compensate you without a quibble. Switch on to ESAT Digiphone. Wherever we're up, we won't let you down.
Eleanor Shanley returns with her new album, Desert Heart. Experience the passion of Eleanor Shanley's Desert Heart.
This is Ronseal Quick Drying Wood Stain. It's a wood stain from Ronseal that's quick drying. It protects your wood and is rainproof in about 30 minutes. which means in about 30 minutes your wood is rainproof and protected. So if you want your wood stain to dry quickly, use Ronseal Quick Drying Wood Stain. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Mum's parties always go wrong when she tries to find me Mr. Right.
Twix, one great snack after another.
Tain't what you do, it's the place that you do it. Tain't what you do, it's the time that you do. Tain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
We have a current account to suit your needs. It's everything you expect from a current account and more, including the benefits of a checkbook, laser card, and an ATM network countrywide. The Irish Permanent Current Account. It's the way that we do it.
You know, I think I'm gonna go down to Madam X and let her read my mind.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
This is the tough part of starting a new routine. This is the easy part. Kellogg's Bran Flakes. More fiber than most cereals and a wheaty, tasty crunch. You'll be surprised just how good a bran cereal can taste. A delicious part of this complete breakfast. Kellogg's Bran Flakes. A step in the right direction.
How can I wake up my skin?
With vitamin C for vitality.
If it isn't the sun, it's the air.
Vitamin E for protection.
Who has this added extra?
Pond's. Because the Pond's Institute has combined vitamin C and E in a unique moisturizing complex, Nutri-Vitamin Cream. The result? More vitality, more protection, and a truly radiant complexion. Pond's Nutri-Vitamin Cream.
People will say I'm in love.